Hello and welcome. My name is Tiffany Jacobs, and I'm excited to be showing you today the social media marketing plan for TLC Canine Rescue. We'll start by going over a general agenda of what you can expect over the next 10 to 15 minutes here. We'll go over who TLC Canine Rescue is, the research that was done to support the campaign, what TLC Canine looked like before, some different ideas and suggestions for TLC Canine. We'll go over the specifics of those ideas, including the website, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, blogs. We'll go over some key performance indicators or KPIs, and we'll conclude with some final recommendations and additional details. So who is TLC Canine Rescue? TLC Canine Rescue was founded in 2005 by owners Bob and Lisa Quigley. Their passion for animals and dogs, specifically the German Shepherd breed, drove them to decide that they wanted to help. They found that there was Indian reservations up in the northern part of Minnesota that had many dogs that needed homes. Due to their beliefs, there was a lot of dogs that were not fixed, creating a lot of stray animals up in that area. So they go up and work with a partnership up there, gather the animals, bring them down here. They have the animals put into a foster program where they live in a temporary home and are taught general things like potty training, how to sit, roll over, and general etiquette for living in a home and getting them ready to be adopted to their forever homes. They then work to put these animals in their forever home where they will live out the rest of their days with their forever family. Uh, Again, they started in 2005. It was pretty much all done by word of mouth. So before we get into too much here, I want to discuss some of the research that I did to support the ideas and suggestions and recommendations that we worked through with TLC. I started with doing a survey. I sent the survey out to about 35 people. I specifically targeted people that had interest in dogs, as I was looking for finding out how and why they may adopt a dog, where they would go. Do they look online even? Would social media be a platform that was even applicable? I also wanted to know if they had any breed preferences. This applies for the specific fact that they do specialize in German Shepherds. While they do get other breeds from occasion to occasion, they are specific to German Shepherds primarily. And I wanted to understand what foster expectations they had. While again, this may not apply specifically to the social media campaign, it was important for TLC to know some of this information. So gathered some of the expectations as far as whether they expect the vet care to be covered, if they want leashes, food, things like that, and provided that information to TLC so they can ensure that they're providing their foster families with adequate needs. Anyhow, though, more specifically, some of the research that I looked at, like I said, looked at where they were at. As you can see on the slide here, we have some of the big hitters, which include Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, blogs, Pet Finder, and breeds. Total responses are listed, leaving us with the percentage of totals. So based on the 23 of the 35 responses that I received, 11 of those 23 people preferred Facebook or would use Facebook in some method. I shouldn't say preferred, they were allowed to actually select multiple choices. So this gave us a percentage of 47.8. Pinterest had 1. Twitter and blogs, which actually surprised me, came up at 0%. Blogs wasn't super surprising, but Twitter was a bit. And petfinder.com was at 43.5%. And lastly, only 3 of those 23 people actually would be breed specific when looking at their animals. I also wanted to understand what type of annual reports we were looking at. Again, we have information here about the survey, but also looking at the company annual reports of other companies that were comparable. I looked at the Humane Society, Pet Haven, and Regum. Humane Society is much larger than this organization, but it's a good benchmark to understand where your biggest competitor is. So I wanted to know what percentage of revenue was used for marketing or fundraising efforts. So looking at the 2013 reports, we can see that the Animal Humane Society took 22.5% of their revenue and put it towards marketing and fundraising. Again, much larger than TLC Canine Rescue. However, Pet Haven and Regum are both companies that are much more sizable. Pet Haven came in at about 2.2%, and Regum came at 1. I do want to call out that it says not provided for marketing and fundraising. They did, however, state that they use 1% of revenue for their marketing needs on their annual report. So this helped me understand a benchmark of how much TLC should be spending in comparison to what they are spending. So before, I say nothing, and the reason I say nothing is for the simple fact that they really were doing nothing. Um, they depended on word of mouth. They, did fundraising campaigns at the PetSmarts and baking events at the local grocery store, which were all beneficial. However, with the new target audience being of the 20 to 30-year age span, that market wasn't getting hit. So finding the social media means that fit that is where we focused. So ideas. I'm I of course want to start with the social media side. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. All three of these are the big hitters. I do want to call out that yes, I'm aware that Twitter may not have had any responses. I do see this being a heavy hitting social media means in the future, so let's get ahead of the game is how I see it. But we'll put some more emphasis on the Facebook side currently. An online presence. I mean, they weren't even there. They, like I said, they had nothing. So I had actually worked with this company previously and had helped them develop a website. So they now have a website. It also was recommended they start using petfinder.com, and we'll discuss more in detail of what that looks like. So their website, you can see at the bottom the banner of what the new website looks like. It is newly developed, so it's still a work in progress, but a great option for them. So we created a website. It was a huge milestone for TLC Canine, and it has already started to show results. In the short 6 months, they've already had about a dozen people go through the website to reach out to them. That may not seem like a lot, but when they're only fostering about 40 to 50 animals a year, that's a pretty significant increase for them. Uh, on this website, we wanted to have information about who TLC was, understand the presence that they are in the niche market that they're in, the contact information to reach out, how to donate, the current dogs that they have, and some upcoming events to try to promote themselves. We also want to look at Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I grouped these together because I think we should actually approach them in a very similar manner. They are now on Facebook. However, I think they could increase the effectiveness that they use. Twitter, there's no presence, and same with Pinterest. Um, I start engage. We need to engage this audience. Our audience wants to know that they're involved. So post the new dogs. If they're pups, name that pup. On the right hand side, you can see a picture of one of the new pups. Her name is Farah. The name was provided by Bob and Lisa. However, putting these new pups out there, have them named, get them engaged, get them to help, make them feel involved in the process. And then for adoptions, when these sweet animals are getting new homes, share that they're getting a new home. Tell their story. Tell them where they're at. When you get the new dog, tell about their past if you know anything about it. And follow up from time to time on animals that have found homes. These are all just a few ways that we can be using Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. Twitter can post a bit of a challenge with the small word count or character limit on Twitter. However, you can always link out to things like a blog. You can link over to the Facebook page with just a tagline. Create a hashtag that applies to TLC Canine Rescue. And same thing with Pinterest. Posting these animals out there, getting their faces out there. Who doesn't love to see a sweet little dog with their tongue hanging out of their mouth? You just immediately go, ah, they're so cute. So get the users involved, get them to care, get them connected. So again, engage. It's critical. Getting this audience engaged is a key piece to the success of the future of the social media campaign for TLC Canine Rescue. So with that, I'd like to move on to a blog. Now, when I first thought of a blog, I didn't think this was the best use of their time. And I think right now there's other focuses they should continue to work on. However, I do see a blog being beneficial in the future for them. Some ideas could include tips and tricks that include potty training, how to leash train your dog, um, places to take your dog for doggy daycare, different recommendations like that. Try to get these people to be turned to you for information and not just the website as a whole. Upcoming events. Share what's coming up and share the success of what's already happened. Again, share the story of the animals. The animals are the foundation of this company. Share who they are. Get people to be connected and to want to know what's happening with this animal. Want them to help. Get them to donate to help out this animal, whether it's getting its shots or a new leash or finding it a forever home. Share the thank yous. There's many people that have helped this nonprofit just by sharing their time. So share the thank yous. And then business updates. What's coming up with TLC Canine Rescue? What new trends can we see? Um, what new animals can we see coming in? Is there a new litter coming? Share the updates. I'd like to then move to the key performance indicators. So I kept them a little simple, and the reason I did is because this company is fairly new. They're still themselves trying to understand exactly how much they're spending and how much they need to make this successful. Um, so again, it's simple. I want to see a one-to-one return on investment though, and I think that's fair. For every dog that they take in and every penny they spend on them, I want to see every penny returned to the company. While this isn't providing a profit, it's at least reimbursing. And Bob and Lisa are in this to find homes. If they can make a little money, they can make a little money. But they both work full-time jobs, and this is purely how they want to help. So part of this will include looking at their incremental sales numbers. The sales numbers they just started putting together in real detail last year. So again, this will be a work in progress over the next few years for them. But by the end of 2015, when they compare to the 2013 and the 2014 numbers, I'd like to see a one-on-one return on investment and hopefully additional than that. Increase the foster families. Fosters are critical. They don't have a location. These animals need to be in a home. They need to be trained. Most of them are stray or they're pups. They need to be trained. So finding a foster family to take them in is critical. It's hard. Most foster families are lost purely because they fall in love with the animal and keep it, which is great. But that doesn't help with future animals. And to that, we want to decrease the foster time. The reason they fall in love with these animals is not only because they're cute and lovey and they have connection, it's that they're there for too long. They're there long enough to become a member of the family. Currently, they're in foster at least 9 to 12 months, and this needs to decrease a minimum of 3 months and become an average of 6 to 9. Ideally, this should be even shorter, but it's a milestone goal that they can strive for the end of 2015. And then, of course, playing hand in hand with that is increasing the adoptions. Reducing foster time means that you're having the animals adopted out. So we want to see these adoptions increase dramatically. I'd say at least 25% as well. So in conclusion, I want to say again, we need to engage our audience, get them involved, get them to care, want them to know the story, promote, promote. Get your name out there everywhere and anywhere possible. TLC needs to be using their different social media marketing means on Facebook and Twitter, blogs, Pet Finder, all of these. Pet Finder is a great way because of the simple fact that you are posting your animals on a site where people are specifically going there to adopt an animal and be creative. Find new ways to get them involved. How can you get these people to become involved and engaged and increase the dollars spent? So right now they're spending very minimal money on marketing is because they don't have it. But you can't see a return on investment if you're not spending the money. So increase the dollars. And again, I end this. Engage. Engage our audience. Connect with them. Make them fall in love with these animals. Make them want to be involved and want to help. So hopefully in this quick 15-minute video here, you've understood the importance of marketing for this company and where they're at, and understand the future and the success that this company will be within the next year to 18 months. Thank you.